Respawn Entertainment, run by two former Infinity Ward employees, burst onto the scene with an imaginative look at a shooter, Titanfall, a game that promised fast-paced wall-running action mixed with massive mech battles. EA boasted how it would be revolutionary with a campaign that was only able to be completed online. However, players complained about how the story was little more than a radio drama. What you did didn't really seem to matter except change some dialogues. Worse yet, the game didn't have that long of a life, especially compared to other shooters like Battlefield. Then, Titanfall 2 came out, and the things that people complained about were fixed. The campaign featured a single-player story with a unique, fun level design. The multiplayer offered various improvements to hit registry and tick rates, and a few new game modes. The cat and mouse between players in mechs and players out of mechs was refined even further, and it suddenly became a much more viable option to fight a Titan while not piloting one yourself. Not many people played Titanfall 2 though, and many of its fanbase pointed to the release. The game came out a week after Call of Duty Infinite Warfare and another big-budget EA game, Battlefield 1. EA was convinced that it wouldn't separate its player base because Battlefield 1 and Titanfall 2 offered different styles of gameplay. Sitting on the sidelines and knowing what EA does to the developers it buys, I thought this was a sign that Electronic Arts was getting ready to shut down Respawn Entertainment, that they were signaling to the world, we have no faith in Titanfall. I'd seen what Titanfall had to offer in the sequel, and it felt like a brand new intellectual property that was squandered by a larger company. I mean, that is until...
High five?
Everyone really seems to like Apex Legends. I mean, I like it too. It's trying to do something slightly different with the Battle Royale concept. I feel like we should throw this out there right at the get-go. This game isn't a Titanfall release. Yeah, it takes place in the Titanfall universe in an area where there isn't a resistance in the outer world fighting against an ever-oppressive authoritarian government. It's a Battle Royale game. Everyone knows what to expect. You drop in, you find loot, you shoot people. Sometimes you die, sometimes you win. Rinse and repeat. But every Battle Royale needs its own gimmick. Ark Survival of the Fittest offered taming NPC animals to be your fighters, Ring of Elysium had some pretty cool snowboard action, and the game that popularized the Battle Royale genre, PUBG, is known for its massive hit registry issues. The gimmick to Apex Legends is movement which is, not as fluid as Titanfall. Okay, I know what I said. I understand I said this isn't a Titanfall game, but you have to understand it's really hard not to compare this to a Titanfall game, especially when they take place in the same universe. The first two entries into the series featured fluid, highly kinetic movement, wall running, constant leaping from wall to wall, sliding around corners. It rewarded you for moving fast and having a faster trigger finger. So when you tried to take away that fast-moving combat, strip away the ability to wall run and string together jumps, and then make it so you only slide down hills a little bit faster, it just doesn't feel right. So its biggest gimmick of moving fast and shooting fast already feels kind of off. Small obstacles like a fence aren't vaulted over automatically. Climbing feels slow and kind of awkward, and even sprinting feels slower compared to the Titanfall game. Shooting has always felt strange in any game ever since I played Escape from Tarkov, so take what I'm about to say with a grain of salt. You do have access to the same weapons found in both Titanfall 1 and 2, but the bolt drop feels much more extreme in this game. All weapons seem to be zeroed at 100 meters, so if you have a sniper rifle with a decent scope, you can at least try to figure out the height at which you need to aim before firing. Besides that, it's weird that I have to congratulate a game for having actual hit registration that works. No, seriously, it works. I haven't found server information yet, but there was one game out of 30 that had some ping issues where I was rubber banding around. Every spectator cam I've watched was extremely laggy, but honestly, it's gotten much better since day one. As far as I can tell, there's no way to check your ping in-game, though. Getting onto the voice comms, the game seems to choose the literal worst mic hooked up to your computer, so if you have, say, I don't know, a headset with a mic and maybe a Blue Yeti, the game looks at your Windows settings, sees your preferred mic, and goes, "Fuck that shit, son," and chooses your shitty headset mic. There seems to be a way to choose your decent mic through Origin itself, but I can't confirm since anyone I've played with ever since day one really haven't been using mics, and there's actually a pretty good reason for that. There's actually a simple and easy to use ping interface. It does the standard stuff like pointing out resources, enemies, etc., But there are specific callouts for weapons, attachments, and even the quality of the attachments. You can suggest someone may have been in a certain area or that you should go defend another area. It's highly contextual, but really easy to use. It gives just enough information to let your teammates know where an enemy may be or any information you need to provide, and they can reply by just looking at where you pinged and pressing the ping button too. This game does a really decent job of bringing a team of 3 randos together. One of you is designated the official jump master, who ultimately chooses where you all launch as a team. Yes, you can break away from your jump master, and I've only seen somebody do that once in all the games I played, and oddly enough, it was our jump master. It was actually really weird. But when you land as a team in a location, you suddenly feel connected to them. And thanks to the helpful call-out system I just mentioned, it doesn't matter if your teammates speak another language, you all know what gear is around you. You can look at the gear someone has pinged and call dibs on it. You can thank people for dropping something for you. If you have something in your inventory, you can even call that out for your teammates. It makes playing as a team easy, even if you have no idea who the people you're playing with are. This is a free-to-play game with microtransactions to foot the bill. That's alright, but I don't like the loot box system. Loot boxes always give me these really icky goosebumps, and this is no different. I get it, the game needs to make money. But if you look at how much dosh Riot Games pulls in with League of Legends, it feels like Respawn could have copied that system instead of the one from Overwatch. The cosmetics on the characters look and feel kinda bland. There's a few character costumes, voice lines, as well as stuff for like banner poses for when you're on the leaderboard, and finally finisher animations. Oh, and there are some weapon skins too. One thing that I will mention about the loot box system in Apex Legends is that so far I haven't gotten any duplicates. And I don't think you can actually get duplicates in this game. That's one way that they've improved on the loot box system compared to Overwatch. Another way that Apex Legends seems poised to make money is through new characters. While there are 8 characters in total, only 6 can be played at the start of the game. The other 2 have to be unlocked via Apex coins, aka real money, or credits you earn by leveling up. What I don't like about these characters though is that you can still earn quips, emotes, finishers, etc. before you've purchased both Mirage and Caustic. I mean, don't get me wrong, this is not the scummiest business tactic in the world, but it is something that EA's done with Battlefront 2, so maybe Respawn Entertainment might not want to do that. As for the weapon skins you're going to find at the Universal, and some are actually really cool. The only thing I don't like about the character or the gun skins is that they follow the Overwatch method. Characters have a total of 4 legendary skins, but only 2 of them are different. The other 2 are just variations on the first 2 legendary ones. I'd love to see some ingenuity when it comes to these different skins, which we all know that Respawn Entertainment does have. So for the rating, well, there was this tweet that MomBot made, and I'm going to take it to heart. It's something that I really like that she suggested. What I think I should ideally pay for a game, because really, that seems to help clarify what I think of a game besides a 1 through 10 numerical score. And, I mean, if we're being honest here, with Apex at its original price of free, it feels like it should cost more. Personally, I'd be okay with paying maybe even $10 or $15 for the game. There's enough content to keep me entertained for a very long time, but the lack of gameplay modes and how long it can take to gain the loyalty credits makes it a bit too grindy to be worth more, at least for me. That's it for me, video game vagabonds. In the meantime, prepare for Titanfall in the form of another rave reviews coming soon. I'll catch you all later.